Hello friends, welcome to another video tutorial. In this video, I am going to show you how you can use manual payment gateway in Taskip. So let's log into the Taskip workspace. Once you log into Taskip workspace, you will see the dashboard interface. Then click on the invoice. Once you click on invoice, you will see this kind of page. Let us quickly create a invoice. Select a contact. You can search contact from here. If you did not find any contact, you can add one immediately. You can add a invoice subject. Let's create on click invoice. Once the invoice is created, it will redirect you to the edit page. You can change the payment gateway settings from here. You can set the manual payment gateway to accept payment through the manual payment gateway. If you want to get full amount, then you can select full amount, or you can select partial payment, how much you want to get paid of this invoice total. In our case, we will use full amount. Let's close it, save changes, invoice is updated. Let's add some invoice item. You can add invoice item setup description here. I have added it 250. Let's click on save. As you can see, it's reflect. You can add additional note to the invoice. Let's say terms. Okay, you can duplicate it to hide it for the invoice. Once this is done, you need to click on save invoice, and you can generate public URL. Click on generate public URL. Click on publish. Copy that URL, and let me show you. In my case, I need to go to another tab. So once you land to the URL, it will show a form and a payment button for pay by the user. So your user will see options for input transaction ID and a payment proof, and here is the written description how they will pay you. Now I will show you how you can set up all these things, how you can set your own instructions and transaction ID and file labels. For that, we need to go back to the workspace settings, back to the main page, click on settings. Now click on payment gateways. By the way, you can set up your invoice logo and other things from the business settings. Okay, so once we land into the payment methods, we will click on the manual payment to configure the payment information. Let's click on the payment method, manual payment. And now you will see the options to make the payment as default if you want to make this payment gateway as a default for invoice payment. If you want to require transaction ID, then you can enable it or hide it. If you want to make attachment required, then you can enable it or disable it. This is the payment gateway label. If you want to label the payment gateway name, this is payment gateway logo. Here is the descriptions which you have set for showing here. Okay, that's all for change all the information of manual payment gateway. Let me show you by pay one for this invoice. Let me share a random transaction ID, upload a picture. It is done. User will see this success page. And now we need to check in our end that the payment is actually made or not. Based on that, we will change the payment status. Let's jump into the workspace. Once you come here, you will see a button along with the payment status. Once you click on it, you will see all the payment submitted data for this invoice, which is done by manually. You will see this button only for the manual payment gateways. For other payment gateway like Stripe, PayPal, or FastSpring, those are payment status updated by the automatically. Okay, let's say you have confirmed this one and click on approve. It will approve the payment. And let's close the other one. It will change the payment. Now you can manually change the status of the invoice to the paid, and your invoice is paid. If we click on this invoice, you will see the paid mark is added. All the activities is mentioned here. So this is how you can configure, and user will pay through your configured manual payment gateway. I hope now you can understand how the manual payment gateway work in the Taskip. If you have any questions, you can join our Discord channel. Link is available in the description. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.